Hey guys, are you as excited as I am for this video? I don't think so, because this video is the last part 5 of the My Crazy Ex-Boyfriend series. It's finally over, guys, but don't watch this video if you haven't watched part 1 to 4, because some things are important to know before you watch this part, so go watch that and then come back to this video. The links to those videos will be in the description. So let's get started by saying what this part is all about. It is about mine and James's horrible, messy, very upsetting breakup. And it's all my fault. This part might actually be harder than the last one, so I'm gonna see how I go. So our breakup wasn't an easy task. It took about 2 to 3 weeks for me to actually break up with James. Let me explain. So I was really getting sick of James for everything that he was doing, because he was getting like really bad near the end of our relationship, maybe like 3 months before the end. And that was about the time that Alex and I started having crushes on each other. Like, we started talking at first, like just as friends, and then we began to have feelings for each other, and then yeah. So I tried to break up with James before anything happened between me and Alex. I knew it was wrong to like someone else while you're in a relationship, so that's why I wanted to break up with James, but he didn't understand that. Well, I didn't tell him that I had a crush on someone else, but like, I don't know, it was just a really confusing time. I was honestly like way too scared to leave James, because I don't know what he was gonna do to me. I don't know what was gonna happen. So at first I was really scared to break up with James while I was liking Alex. I was starting to like not love James anymore. I was feeling more love towards Alex, and I would have left, like I would have fully said like I like someone else, but I was just too scared. So I was pretty much in a relationship with someone who I didn't love. I had this huge feeling that he was gonna hurt me like really bad if he found out. So Alex and I had to be really secretive, because like, I know it's wrong, but we had to be secretive because I was so scared of what was gonna happen to me if James found out that I'd liked someone else. So it was a really scary time and very confusing time. When I was trying to break up with him, like within those 2 weeks, I had Alex over at my house every single day to protect me, because I was so scared. Anyway, let's get into this major story. So James's birthday comes around, and I spend the whole day with him. I give him his presents. I give him like a huge box full of presents that I've collected through the year. So I give him that. And then the day after was my best friend's birthday, and at the time she lived like an hour and a half away. So of course James said I'm not allowed to go because he wasn't invited. Actually, no, let me tell you something. My best friend Amy told me about the party, and I think I asked her if James was invited, and she said no, but he can come if he wants. But I didn't tell him that he can come. I said, I'll drive up with Alex and my other friend, and we'll all stay in a tent together. Yeah. So I didn't tell James that he was invited, but the problem is, it was a Snapchat conversation, and I think she saved each message. Like, you know how you hold down the message and it stays there forever? Well, I think she saved that, and then James looked through my Snapchat messages and saw that. So James was threatening to leave me if I went. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the party was like the day after his birthday. I don't know if I mentioned that, but if I did, don't comment below saying I'm doing a Marina Joyce and repeating what I say. Anyway, so the party was the next day. Repeating myself again, hashtag, yep. James was threatening to leave me if I went, but I went anyway because I was planning to break up with him, so I win there. I just didn't care anymore. Like, I did not want to be with him. I wasn't in love with him anymore. I just, like, I knew I was gonna end it. So we get to the party and he tells me to call him every 10 minutes. 10 minutes, just think. I'm at a party, getting drunk, having fun, and then I have to like get my phone out every 10 minutes and call my soon-to-be ex-boyfriend. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I did call him once, and then he said like, you were supposed to call me like every 10 minutes, you called me like once an hour. Well, I don't care. Around about the 3rd or 4th time that I called him, we started having an argument, and then I just came out and said, I want to break up with you. I meant it, like I actually meant it. I was breaking up with him then and there, but he thought I wasn't being serious. So what he didn't know was that I was sleeping in the tent with Alex. We ended up sleeping in there alone actually that night. So I wanted to break up with him just in case anything happened, so it wouldn't count as cheating. So I was being serious when I broke up with James. So I ended up kissing Alex that night. So it didn't count as cheating because I was pretty much single, so yeah, I was smart. But James thought we were still together, so he thought I cheated. Well, he didn't actually know that I kissed Alex that night, so yep. So the next day I get home and James thinks we're still together, and oh god. I told him that I was being serious, and he said to just try and stay with him, but I honestly just didn't love him anymore. I wanted to be with Alex. So he always said this thing where like, he would just like ask if I could give him 2 more weeks to see if I can work things out, but I didn't love him anymore, so no. I still had love for him, but like I wasn't in love with him, if that makes sense. A couple of days later, I tried to end it again, and he kept walking to my house. Like, he would never bother to come to my house because he was too lazy to leave his house, but every single day he would walk to my house. He would come to my house and beg for me back. Around this time is when he actually, like, he said I broke him, which was a horrible thing to hear, but he said that I actually broke him, and he was like crying every day. I've never seen him cry, and like, he really showed that he cared about me, and this was just a horrible time for me and him. So let me explain at the end of the video. Like, I know it's bad and everything, but let me continue. Alex was over every single day, like I mentioned earlier, to protect me from him, and oh my god, that made him angry. They don't say anything to each other because James is outside, Alex is in the lounge room. But I go inside to Alex and I tell him to leave for a bit just so James could come inside. I think James said like, tell Alex to leave, so whatever, I don't remember. But yeah, I told Alex to leave. He walked across the road over to one of the benches. And then I go back outside to James, and he's literally screaming to the top of his lungs, like begging for me back. Like, he's screaming, like literally screaming, asking for me back because like I broke his heart and he doesn't want to lose me. And that was just horrible. Like, I'm over him now, but that still hurts me inside. This thing, like when him screaming and not leaving my house, that went on for about 3 days, and each day I had to call a family member. Like, I was gonna call the police, but I thought I better call a family member first to come pick him up, like one of his family members. And they struggled to get him to leave as well, and it was just so hard to watch. Fast forward to a couple days later, he comes to my house again, tries to get me back again, but this time he brought me a present. It was a really grainy photo of us in a frame that I took on my iPod. Like, I know that it's like something to show that he cares, but you could have chosen a clearer photo. Like, come on, it's my iPod. I know it was a meaningful present, which did mean a lot, because out of the 3 years we were dating, he never ever bought me a present. Like, he forgot my birthdays and he actually bought me a present for once. Anyway, he starts getting upset again, and he tells the girl he used to have a crush on to come over. Do you remember Amy? Yeah, it was her. So she comes over, we all have a big talk, she calms him down and they leave. I don't know if this was the next day or that same afternoon, but oh my god. This one is really tough and I still regret doing this to this day. He was texting me, trying to get me back, and I was with Alex that day, obviously, because I was with him every day. I had had enough, so I said, guess what? He said what? And I said, it's over, with a photo of my head leaning on Alex's shoulder. And oh my god. He finally understood that I didn't want to be with him anymore, but he put that screenshot, he screenshotted the conversation and he put it on his Facebook for everyone to see. Alex and I got quite a lot of abuse. We did deserve it, but that was a lot. A few hours later, he comes to my house with his mum and his brother to pick up some of his things, and he comes up to me and he grabs that frame that he got as a present and he smashes it right in front of me. Like, he punches the frame. There's like blood dripping from his hand, there's glass all over my floor. I still found glass on my floor like weeks later. And yeah, so he smashed the photo of us and then he left. I know sending that photo was probably the cruelest thing I've ever done, but I had no idea what else to do because he would not stop coming to my house. He wouldn't stop like asking for me back when I was obviously like wanting to be with someone else. I broke up with him so many times and he would not understand, so I had no idea what else to do. Anyway, his mum and I are still friends, so that's pretty cool. So let's get serious here. My family had no idea that this happened until after we broke up. I posted this massive status. I think I mentioned it in my last video. I posted the huge status so all my family saw it. My pa was gonna go to his house and beat him with a baseball bat because they live around the corner from each other. So yeah, they had no idea. No teachers knew. My friends kinda knew, but they didn't know like a lot about it. They just knew that he made me upset all the time. Like, my eyes would be puffy nearly every day at school because I'd be crying the night before. I really wish I told someone. I really wish I told my family. I wish I told teachers. I just wish I told somebody because none of this would have gotten this far if I had told someone and they would help me like end it. Like, only Alex knew about everything. The next year, like on the first day of school, me and Alex were together and he went up to like our favorite teacher and he told the teacher everything just to like get James away from me at school, which he went to school probably like 5 days of the year, so that was pretty good for me. So anyway, that is part 5, the breakup. That is it for this series. Yay! It's over. I really hope you enjoyed this series. I didn't enjoy the relationship, but I enjoyed telling you this series. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. And if you want to see more of my videos, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to try something new with my outro. I have a party popper here because I hate saying bye. It's so awkward. So until next time, guys. That probably went too fast. Okay, I'm just gonna say bye because if, like, when I edit it and if I don't see it, that's really gonna suck. Okay, bye. Okay, hang on a minute. I just ended my video. Wouldn't you go pick up the streamers from the party popper? You know how many you get in a party popper, or you used to get? Look, that is how much I got. Usually you get like a big pile of it, but this much? They're so stingy these days. What are they doing? Oh my god. Okay, bye.